crisis within the opposition People's Democratic Party shows no signs of abating despite a meeting convened on Monday by the Minister of the Federal Capital Territory, Nyesom Wike, in what appears to be a fresh attempt to assert relevance within the troubled party. During the meeting, the leaders reaffirmed Senator Samuel Anyanwu as National Secretary. Reacting to the development, the PDP National Vice Chairman, Kamarudin Ajisafe, who is also a member of the National Working Committee, dismissed Wike as a political jester, questioning the legality and authority behind the former Rivers State Governor's latest move. Also, the Conference of Professionals and the People's Democratic Party criticized the event, dismissing it as a futile effort by a fading political faction with zero relevance in the party's future. Well, we are now being joined by Emmanuel Ogidi, who is Chairman, PDP South-South Zonal Working Committee, for his thoughts on this development. Thank you so much for joining us on Newsday.
Thank you very much, Awa and Temitola.
Okay.
How are you? And viewers, good afternoon.
So, let's just have your thoughts, on all the developments happening in the PDP.
Yeah, my thoughts.
Go ahead.
You see, the former governor of Rivers State called a group of persons and said they were stakeholders. We met last month, 27th, in our NEC meeting, and then we gave a timetable that on the 30th of this month, June, we'll have a NEC meeting. And during this NEC meeting, before then, we took the report from the Southeast on the position of the secretary, which will be discussed and implemented at the next NEC meeting. We have organs of PDP, and then we also have pressure groups. But what former Governor Wike is doing is on his own. I would like to restate, yes, it is true. I've listened to the 2 years report that your staff was reading out. She's correct. They're correct. But what I want to restate is that the PDP is a grassroots party, and we are well dug inside the ground. It is true we're also shedding leaves now. Yes, people are leaving. That's what we call shedding of leaves. But that tree, PDP, still stands tall. We had our 16 years of, we did so well. And then APC came on board through the coalition and said they are better than us. Nigerians are judging. Nigerians now know that APC has done, what APC has done is to increase the sufferings, the insecurity of the nation today. Yes, they have money. But what have they done with the money? They've been squandering our fortune. They have been squandering our fortune. Lest I apologize too much, but sometimes when you make a mistake, there's nothing wrong with you apologizing. I want to apologize again on behalf of the party that will let Nigerians down. But sometimes it's good to see the other side of it. Nigerians are seeing the other side of it now. Yes, I know you're going to ask about Delta State. They defected. You're going to talk about Akwa Ibom, they defected. Maybe more will defect. That's what I call shedding of leaves. The PDP is a ROCO, it is grassrooted, and I'd like to share that experience with people. Now, because it's a democracy, people can meet and can discuss, but you cannot ask on what basis is he meeting. He has told the whole world that is working for Mr. President, and he's going to deliver Mr. President. That tells you that his heart has left PDP long ago. He's been pretending. People know. And we politicians are very careful because power belongs to God. And one thing God hates is ingratitude. PDP, when the founding fathers had this party, they sacrificed. That time, 1997, 98, they were all working hard, denied themselves, fought the military. We got to this republic. Today, what do we find? People are working hard to destroy this democracy. But democracy has come to stand in Nigeria. And PDP is the symbol of that democracy. APC is just about grabbing of powers. Well, they've gotten the power. What are they doing with it? What are they doing? They're playing politics with the power.
Chief Ogidi, allow me to interrupt. Allow me to interrupt for the sake of time. Speaking of democracy being diminished within the party and confusion, maybe the dust settling a little bit. Could you tell us a little bit more about some of the conclusions that were reached at the stakeholders, that we could glean from the stakeholders' communique from the South-South, particularly concerning the affirmation of Senator Sam Anyanwu as the National Secretary?
Which affirmation are you talking about?
Is Sam
The affirmation of the Wike group?
Oh, right, exactly. So could you elaborate? Which groups are saying what? You seem to have the inside information.
Am I going to elaborate?
We just want to know if Senator Sam Anyanwu is your national secretary. Is he your national secretary? Do you feel like he should be your national secretary? What is your opinion in there?
If he's national secretary, why is he misbehaving? If he's national secretary, is that how a national secretary should behave? A national secretary should represent the party, not section. Wike is just a section. It's not fit. I'm sure this is why the Southeast don't want him anymore. Look, you see, there are principal officers in the party. First, the main organ that runs the party is the NWC. And in it, so you have the chairman. Then, of course, the secretary and other members. You're supposed to manage the party, not section. How can you be following section? No, we don't do that. The NWC, we don't encourage that. But it keeps following Wike as, well, I don't know, they're friends. There's nothing wrong with following your friends. But if you're following your friends, don't come and say you are representing the NWC or you are representing the party as the national secretary. No. Any national secretary, what is what? What is what, I repeat and underline it, should steer the course of the party, should not destroy the party, should not follow those who say, those who are already endorsed the opposition. How can you go and endorse Tinubu and you're in PDP? How? You can't do it as one man. The party will take a decision on what to do. And
Mr.
yes,
Ogidi,
please.
Yes, you talked about, the FCT minister endorsing the APC and still being in the PDP. So that begs the question, what is he still doing within your party? He is even calling meetings, is, giving out communique. You talked about leave shedding. When is that weight going to be shed? When is it going to be sanctioned for actually sabotaging your party?
Very good. We are meeting on the 30th. You see, this thing is done in phases. I cannot pretend to say Wike had not dug deep in the party. So removing Wike is not going to be that easy, we know that. And we're very careful. We don't want to, in trying to remove him, also remove the good ones around. There's so many good ones around. He's been boasting that nobody can remove him. That's boast. And you know what you're doing? If you say you love this party, how can you be going against the tenets of the party? I'm sure students of politics will be wondering where is this coming from. Because it's not part of politics. You're in a party, and you're working for another party. It's strange. What we are doing today, what we are saying is strange. You're trying to confuse the electorates. But thank God, Nigerian electorates, they are focused, they know. They are grassroots. They know that what you are doing is wrong, and there's no way you can interface with them. What are you going to tell them?
Yeah, Chief Ogidi.
They believe in PDP, the umbrella. Yes, please.
You're right. There are quite a lot of grassroots followers that still are with the PDP and have been watching this situation unfold for months. And we're talking about the non-sanctioning of erring members of the party who have seemed to do everything that they promised to do, which is implode the party, which is where the party seems to stand right now. You all are bleeding members by the day. What steps are being taken at a grassroots or zonal level to keep the party structure going and to introduce more grassroots followers and mobilize them despite the national level challenges your party seems to continually have?
Yeah, the faithful members that we have looking over the grassroots, they know our position. Yes, it's true. Many of them are very bitter that up till now we have not sanctioned the FCT minister. You know, like I said, he has dug deep, and we have to be very careful. And you can hear one of the founding fathers say that he would never attend any of our meetings because Wike is there. We all hear all kinds of things, but we have a procedure. And it's that procedure, because we don't want to go to court again. There's been too many cases in court. Too many cases. See, this was not how the party was founded. We hardly went to court in those days. It's strange to hear people going to court for every small matter. Because we have ways and means of dealing with it using using the constitution of the party. We have a reconciliation committee. We have a disciplinary committee. The disciplinary committee, they have taken a position before now on Ayawu. Now, because we have not gotten the meeting, we have not gotten the NEC meeting before now, they couldn't submit their report. During the last NEC meeting, because we were behind time and other things were involved, we moved it. But I'm very sure, by the time we have our agenda, that report of the military committee will come up. I don't know how many now they've recommended for suspension or whatever. But I know it's going to be contentious. And you know, but let me also tell you something. And let me tell you why we're very careful. To destroy a house, what belongs, is very easy. Just buy smoke and you destroy it. But to build that house would take years. PDP has been built for over 26 years. But what do we have today? People who would have thought will continue in that are the ones today. People who benefited are the ones today trying to destroy this place. But let me also tell them, the PDP is an Iroko tree, and it's difficult to bring down an Iroko tree. Let them gang up. It will not work. All this I'm saying is all by the grace of God anyway. I have to say that because the Bible is very clear. Psalm 62 verse 11 says power belongs to God. And God said he will give it to who he will give it to. So all this one that we're doing is because we still have the breath of life. If that one goes away, that's the end of man. So we must be very careful. We should not toy with the grassroots. The grassroots, the real voters, they're over 95%. Those of us making noise today, we are less than 2%. So let us be very careful. Let us be very careful. If you have been given a responsibility, be very careful and know your responsibility. If you have been favored by the party, be very careful because God allows it. And that reminds me of what Shakespeare said. When I was a student of literature, I read the Julius Caesar, and he said, loneliness is young ambition ladder which it climbs. And when it gets to the height, it turns back and spawns the deep misery which it did ascend. Why are you like that? As a young man growing up, you were ambitious. Things became your favor. Then you climb up the ladder, which you climb up, you drop it. How are you going to come down? That's what is troubling them today. So you should be humble when you have power. You should be considerate when you have power. You should be compassionate. But they've thrown all of this to the dustbin. There are consequences.
Mr. Ogidi. Mr. Ogidi, now
Yes,
while we
please.
are asking, when erring members will be sanctioned, I'm also wondering if the party leadership is also mindful of the root causes of this crisis and what has been done, to ensure that such situation does not occur again. For instance, we've heard of lack of internal party democracy. We've heard of selection of candidates. Different things happened that led the PDP to this point. What steps have been taken to correct all these errors, even as we ask when the erring members will be sanctioned?
The luck we have today is that we have time, because the repoliticking will start by next year. So we have started the process through these meetings we are holding now. And by the next meeting on the 30th, more will come out on the way forward. And by the time we have our convention, we'll have resolved all of these issues. So we want people to bear with us, to be patient with us, and by God's grace, they will see the beauty of PDP again. Those leaves that have been shed will start regrowing.
Well, that is good to hear. Do you have any messages for any listeners out there or Nigerians, PDP members who are concerned with the party's ability to overcome these challenges, especially in light of a forming coalition to defend the democracy against the ruling APC party? Do you have anything to say?
Yes, I have a lot to say. First, let me thank our supporters. They've been tremendous. They've been so good. They've been so understanding. They've been waiting patiently. Please wait patiently for us. In the next few months, you will see all the efforts we have been making in the background. You will see it come to materialize. And for Nigerians, please also bear with us. Be patient. We know you are suffering now, but by the grace of God, when we come, you'll see the change in us. So I want to thank you and thank Nigerians. Thank you very much for this opportunity today.
Chief Emmanuel Ogidi, Chairman PDP South Zonal Working Committee, thank you so much for joining us on Newsday.